to be sent this video and have to actually hear this young lady be called.
Yeah, bitch, you came in a circle for a pimp. Bitch, you finna get it too, ho.
From young black
Oh, the bitch made it through. She made it through. She broke through the...
a disgrace. And this is today. This is 2019 that this is actually happening, where a woman a lady or woman can't even get out of her car to get gas or to pay for her gas without being tormented, without being harassed. But the catching part of it all is that she seemed to be a little desensitized to it. She's smiling, she's laughing. I mean, I'm sure it bothers her at the same time, but however, the whole thing is just that she should not have to deal with that. That's not something that any woman should have to, no female as of today should have to go through. And this is what I'm talking about, is that people are sitting here focusing on what is not important, what is happening today, not 20 years ago. But because you allow the music and the behavior to continue 20 years ago and not stopping then, is why this is able to happen now. And it's going to be even worse for mothers that's out here concerned about R. Kelly, and you're not concerned about your small child, your daughter. You're not concerned with that. And what's going on today, and what's going to happen for her tomorrow. How many mothers are going to the radio station and the music production industry, your legislative, and getting this garbage off of the airways? Every time your daughter hears this music, every time she hears this type of stuff, it desensitizes her day after day. And you can say, just like me, my child ain't gonna hear that garbage and what she did, and my son don't. But the whole thing is that there's gonna be times they're gonna be around their friends. It's gonna be that time they become a teenager, you're not gonna be there, which is gonna be so long from now. It's gonna be 5 years, 10 years from now. But the whole thing is, what are you doing right now as a parent? Are you bopping to the music? Are you playing the music? Or are you getting this music removed? And not saying you shouldn't say mute R. Kelly, but what I'm saying is, let's mute the degrading in the music that's going on now. What I'm saying is, why not mute it now? Why not put in a prevention for the future? We already see what has happened when, everybody would step into the name of love and believe they can fly. So let's not stop what's going on now. Right now is worse. This guy is recording, calling this woman all kinds of names. It's hard to even bear to listen to it. And my whole thing is that nobody wants to hear it. Oh, let's not talk about it. Oh, let's be positive. What do you mean? How you saying be positive today, but what's going on for our kids for tomorrow? What happens when you go to a gas station and you feel that you can't get out of your car? Or your daughter, that day you're at work, or something is going on and you're not there. You can't be there every particular moment. But what you can take, one thing you can do is make a move. This music, these women are being called every freaking name other than queen and the name that they was birthed with. Let's start with the core. We see what happened 20 years ago and nothing being done. So what you think is going to happen 10 to 20 years from now? This is okay. And it's not okay. It's being allowed. And I just want to know, every mother and every father out here that allow their kids to listen to this music or they bopping their heads to it, what are you setting up for your kids down the future? What are you doing right now? Because these kids are making money. What are you doing? Who are you writing? Are you doing anything? Are you putting in prevention, or are you crying over the pathetic past? What are you doing today? Oh, many don't want to talk about it. Oh, they want to talk about it. Why not? If you care about your child, you would talk about it. You would do something about it. Race of music. Do you know any other race, any other kind of music outside of hip hop or trap music? What other music do you know is out there calling a women's thoughts and all these other crap. Whatever music, share with me. Tell me about it, because I've never heard it. Because I don't listen to my radio station. I can't even listen to my local radio stations. I can't. It's bull, it's garbage. They're not talking about anything. But if we keep sitting here, if the black community continue to sit here and act like and be mute to it and act like it's not happening, you are only part of the problem. You are only part of the problem. You can shy away from what I'm saying. I don't care. But I'm going to speak the truth. It doesn't matter. I'd rather for you to hate me for who I am than for you to like me for who I'm not. And what I'm willing to do is take a stand for what my son and my generation of grandchildren and my children have to deal with. I'm willing to take that stand. And not just sit here and do nothing for what you haven't learned yet. What happens when you do nothing? You get cults and all this other crap, right? If you do nothing. But it takes a village to raise a child. It's not one person, it's not two people. It takes a community. Don't talk about the black community if the black community is not willing to come together to make a difference. But shy away and don't talk and, act like everything. Life is not peaches and cream. You got to deal with the ugly and the real. And come face in terms with what's actually going on and what actually matters. What matters is right now, today. Our girls can't even go in somewhere without being raped or something happening to them, and they're walking. And the messed up thing about it is it's not just going to the gas station. It's even happening in corporate. It's happening all over. You have mothers, you have daughters. What are you doing? Because they see, like, if you allow the music, then you allow this type of behavior. If you know doing nothing, change nothing, then why not do something? You don't need 20 years from now, your grandkids or yourself are put in a situation, and then you have a lifetime special to say, hey, you had an opportunity to change this 20 years ago, but you did nothing. You sit and allow it to happen, or you shied away from the conversation. Why do time have to, do you understand? History repeats itself if you do nothing. They say that people are going to become the lovers of themselves. That they become so much lovers of themselves, they don't even care about their future generations. They sit around and they're mute because they're so worried about their jobs. So they don't want to talk about certain things, or they want to avoid it and say, oh, it's not happening. Be positive. Can you really be positive when a whole bunch of things around you that's happened negative? Do you have to wait until it's your child that this is happening to? Do you have to wait until it's somebody that lands on your doorstep before you speak up and not just sit there and say nothing? Speak up, stand up, say something, do something. Don't just be all about yourself, which you're looking. You all Gucci and Louis Vuitton and you all labeled up. But your daughter can't even go to the gas station. You looking good, but your mom can get robbed. Your kids, because of this type of behavior. Keep in mind, the greatest influence on a child, they say you become a product of your environment. And the greatest influence on children and people, especially impressionable kids, is media and music. Media and music. If you listen to the garbage, then you're going to develop a desensitized attitude towards what you've been hearing all your life. You come desensitized to the behavior. It becomes funny. And then you ask yourself, how can these little girls like these type of dudes? Because they've been listening to these type of dudes for a very long time. Why their mom was listening to the music, or why their mom and everybody was twerking, or whatever. The fact is, you allow this to happen and you become part of the problem. Do something. Do something. We already know when you do nothing, what happens from 20-year incident that we know about. Are you going to allow history to repeat itself? Or are you going to cry later? Or you got to wait till it's one of your family members if you say, oh, this is pathetic. No, do something now.